It was supposed to be the perfect day. On September 6th, 2021, after a year apart due to the coronavirus pandemic, the BDO Fantasy Football Draft looked to be living up to its other name, the best day of the year. But one cursed phone call between lifelong friends led to a prank gone wrong, and a would-be historic night with the boys left forever plagued in scandal. We sat down years later with Dave Galato and other members of the league to finally tell their side of the story, and what will forever be known as the 2021 BDO Draft was like no other. It was the first draft back after the 2020 coronavirus pandemic. It was also our 10-year anniversary, and the league had a lot planned for this year. A Hall of Fame presentation. We were going to announce the best team ever. So this was a big deal. Probably our biggest draft day yet.
So about 3 weeks prior to the 2021 draft, we did a little bit of a randomizer, kind of told us our places in the draft order. So I got 9th, Tommy got 10th. About a week or so later, I thought it'd be funny if I gave Tommy a call, tried to get who he's gonna pick out of them.
What up? I'm Tommy D. Tommy D. And if you haven't heard word on the street, is that I'm back in the game exactly the same as the long-haired kid with the bag of Mary Jane. I'm part of the Big Dicks Only Fantasy Football League, and I am the team owner of Dick and Balls. I get up in there. So Dave called me, he was like, hey man, you've been looking ahead at the draft? And I was like, of course. He goes to me saying, well, who are you thinking of picking?
Hello? Tommy boy. Davey boy. What's up, my best friend in the whole wide world? Nothing much, my best friend, also in the world. What's going on for the draft? Who are you picking? Like I would tell you that. Come on, man. I don't know, but you might screw me over and take my pick.
And I promised, I said on our friendship, I will not pick Aaron Jones before you pick.
How about this? On our friendship, I won't. You promise? Promise, dude. Pinky swear? Pinky swear. Alright, my pick is Aaron Jones. Alright, I gotta go. Wait a minute, who are you picking? Tyreek Hill. Alright, promise though, you won't take Aaron Jones, right? Dude, I already said on our friendship, man.
Now Dave's been my best friend since, I don't know, we were like kids in elementary school. And if there's anyone I trust, it's Dave Galato.
Basically, I was genuinely just asking him. And once I saw he was a little reluctant of me asking, I did push a little more. But eventually I, convinced him to tell me. He told me it was Aaron Jones.
In the 2021 offseason, Aaron Jones was a projected first-round running back. Surrounded by a high-powered offense and a Hall of Fame quarterback, Jones was a low-risk pick with tremendous upside.
When Tom told me he was choosing Aaron Jones, at first I was like, all right, that's, not who I was looking for. I was looking to get Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek the Freak.
As the weeks went on leading up to the draft, I did start to think Aaron Jones might be a good pick for me.
A few days before, I received a call from Dave Galato, who did inform me that he planned on drafting Aaron Jones and that it was fucking hilarious.
I thought it was just gonna be a joke. I did not think it would turn into what it turned into. As the first round went on, I started to realize that Tyreek Hill probably wasn't my best for first pick, and I did probably need to grab a running back quick. So I did look at Aaron Jones. And probably by the fourth pick, I was like, I'm definitely getting Aaron Jones. So when I brought my slip up with Aaron Jones on it to the commissioner, he read it aloud.
As I read out Aaron Jones, running back, Big Daddy 5,000 maximum supreme. I could see the immense, not just disappointment in Tom's face, but the anger starting to build.
I will never forget Tommy's face when he turned around and looked at me. Then he looked back at the commissioner, and it was pretty crazy from there.
Well, that night I was there. Dave went and picked Aaron Jones. Him and the commissioner just immediately started laughing.
I thought it'd be funny.
I did, in fact, find it funny, yes.
But it became clear that Tom was very agitated by it. In fact, he was pretty irate.
When I found out that he had picked Aaron Jones, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You just took Aaron Jones. You're fucking serious. This is fucking bullshit. I told you I was taking Aaron Jones, and you told me you were taking Tyreek Hill. Come here. Does anyone here think this is bullshit? Huh? Are you fucking kidding me? You don't think this is bullshit? You don't think this is bullshit? Are you fucking kidding me? This is collusion. So, obviously you could see I was pretty pissed. And I was like, well, if he's gonna backstab me, I'm gonna backstab him. So I took Tyreek Hill. I was still pissed.
I thought Tom would get a laugh, be mad and get a little bit of a laugh out of it, but that was not the case.
When we did find out what had happened, we all just assumed that it was hilarious, because, who would be stupid enough to tell someone their pick? But what started off to be as a fun, harmless joke very quickly became life-threatening, to say the least.
Tom began screaming threats of violence and unspeakable insults against Dave and other members of the league, verbally harassing those that dare cross his path to perceived justice. Not to mention some of those insults were questionable at best.
Some of the language that Tommy was using that night to insult me was pretty disturbing, to say the least. Really homoerotic and just borderline racial.
The rest of the league, and myself included, found that the language used was oddly specific and really reflective of Tom's character.
After the third round incident where he started insulting me, getting in my face, I did start to get a little uncomfortable. I started getting angry myself.
Yeah, he would not let it go. Matter of fact, there's a lot of beer cans flying around, being knocked over, kicked.
That's when Tommy decided to start kicking beer cans all around the stage.
With the 93rd pick of the draft, the Big Daddy 5,000 select DJ Moore, wide receiver. Cut on the Panthers, cut it out! Cut it out!
It just got rowdier and rowdier.
You could tell things were getting quite dangerous, quite violent, quickly.
This was the clearest case of collusion. How can you tell him, this is who I'm gonna pick, and then he goes, okay, I won't pick him. This is who I'm gonna pick if you don't pick him. And then he goes ahead and picks him. Is that not fucking bullshit? Is that not the biggest fucking bullshit you've ever heard in your life?
That's when I noticed the commissioner started to, really jump in and kind of try to break it up.
A lot of screaming in the faces of people, including the commissioner, who I think handled it as professionally as one can, to be honest.
So there ended up being a moment in the draft when Tom tried addressing his concerns to the league, me directly, about what he was referring to as collusion.
With the 124th pick of the draft,
You're seriously not going to want to do that this is fucking
when Tom started getting into my face, I was afraid. He tends to get this crazy look in his eyes. It's almost as if there's no soul behind them, but his body can't stop slowly falling over. It's really intimidating.
No, dude, you fucking took my pick. What are you gonna do? This is bullshit. No.
In this situation, we didn't feel this was collusion. Tom had told Dave who he was drafting first, and Dave had every right to draft either of those two players. What we tried to explain to Tom in the moment was that real collusion would be if Dave and Tom worked together on that 9th pick so that Tom could get the player he really wanted. By Dave choosing Aaron Jones, there was no collusion because that worked actively against Tom. And that's when Tom responded,
I don't know what the fuck you just said, but it's bullshit.
And because of our past contentious relationship, I was very scared that something was going to happen.
The commissioner and Tom have always had an adversarial relationship. Not so much on the commissioner's half, but as for Tom.
Tom's always kind of had it out for the commissioner. He would even get shirts made up with, the commissioner's face and a clown nose on it. Whenever he had the chance to badmouth him, he did.
Yo, I know Steen is undefeated. I know Jay is 1-2. But I want Steen to win, because I don't want Jay to win. I don't care if Jay is 1-2. I don't care if he's fucking 3-0. I don't care if he's 1-4. I don't care if he's fucking undefeated or no defeated. I always want Jay to lose, because I hate Jay. I hate his team. His team sucks. Fuck Jay, right?
Tom and I have always had a contentious relationship.
I mean, the commission does an okay job, but he is also a backstabbing son of a bitch.
Tom feels like if you've double-crossed him in any way, he will not forget, and he will not let it go.
I think it goes back to some of the early days of the league where I must have done something to upset Tom.
This one year, he got all pissed off because he's like, oh, hey, like I won the league and you guys didn't pay me. And we're like, all right, fine. Well, what do you want us to do about it? And he was like, you guys have to let me pick Tom Brady. So I was like, fine, well, let you pick Brady. But then he ends up with the #1 overall pick. Apparently, the commish said, no, it's only fair that I get to have both these bullshit rulings.
There's just been animosity towards me ever since.
You know, I didn't think the commissioner did anything wrong, but Tom just kept egging him on.
You know, we continued on with the rest of the draft, but it really wasn't the same. The energy was taken out of the room after these actions, and again, Tom just kept getting more progressively drunk and kicking more cans.
So, you telling me that's not collusion? You really don't think that's collusion?
At that point, he left me alone, so I just kind of sat back and tried to do my part and, maintain true to the draft.
Tell me, look at me. That's not collusion? That's not collusion?
I do feel a little responsible, for upsetting Tom and bringing him to that point, but at the end of the day, it was just a joke. I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Okay, you know what? Fuck this. And fuck you. I ain't doing this shit. This is bullshit. How do I get this fucking mic off me? Fuck you. And fuck this whole thing. It's collusion, and you all fucking know it. What I think I took away from this situation was it's fucking clearly bullshit. And to this day, I'll say it's collusion.
If I could change one thing about that draft, I would have probably taken Tyreek Hill. Aaron Jones had a shit year. That's not because of Tommy, it's really just because I didn't do well that year. I think I learned from this whole experience that some people just don't know how to take a joke.
I came in second, so I don't even care anymore.